Congratulations, you just got hired at your first full-time career department. You've been testing and interviewing for months, maybe even years, and you just now got hired. Now, every senior firefighter has seen new firefighters come and go, and a lot of them make the same silly new guy mistakes. So in this video, what I want to do is break down some silly mistakes and give you some advice that you should probably avoid these. Now, these aren't going to be things that are going to get you hurt or killed or hurt anybody else, but these are just best practices that you should follow as a new career firefighter. Let's get started. If you're a senior firefighter watching this and you recognize one of these mistakes, or maybe you made one of these mistakes, let me know in the comments below. I love hearing these. These are actually very funny when I hear about stories about new firefighters that did this or did that, and how the older firefighters came down on them for it. But the first one I want to advise you as a new firefighter is do not be the person that now that you got your first full-time paycheck, you want to run out and go buy a $70,000 pickup truck. Every good firefighter needs a gigantic red pickup truck, right? Wrong. Now, the average salary for a firefighter in the United States is between $50,000 and $55,000. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, depending on where you live and where you work. But if you're only making that much money, does it really make any sense to go spend all your money and all your new paycheck on this gigantic red fire truck, or pickup truck, I should say? Probably not. Now, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your parent. But what I would highly advise is that now that you have your first full-time job, that you don't put yourself behind the eight ball just to look cool and try and play the part as the new firefighter. Ultimately, it's up to you what you do, but I would highly advise that you do not do that. The next one, and this one's kind of embarrassing, is I would recommend that you not be the selfie guy. Don't be the new firefighter that takes pictures of yourself constantly in front of the engine, the ladder, out in the apparatus bay. Certainly never take a picture of yourself while you're on a fire scene or an EMS scene. Don't take pictures of yourself with your shirt off and your gear on or something like that to send to all your girlfriend or whoever. Don't be doing that. That's really embarrassing. It's really unprofessional. Now that you've been hired as a career firefighter, whether you like it or not, you are public facing, and the society, the public, the city, the community will notice that. They will see that. Don't do anything so childish and stupid that's going to embarrass yourself, and certainly don't do anything so childish and stupid that's going to embarrass your department. Now, is it the end of the world if you do this, or if you have done this? No, but it's just not really a good look. It's not really appreciated by the older firefighters, and I would recommend that you don't be that person. Now, of course, you're going to be excited. Your significant other, your family members are going to want to take pictures with you in front of the fire trucks, and that's totally normal. That's not what I'm talking about. What I am talking about, and we all know what I'm talking about, we've all seen these pictures of the embarrassing selfie guy. So do not be the person that goes out and does that. The next one, and this one is a little bit more serious, is don't be the person that wears your Class A's in public. Now, if you're not familiar with what Class A's are the dress uniform. It's the same thing for police. It's the same thing for military. Obviously, the uniforms are different, but it's your dress uniform. Now, your Class A's are to be reserved for special events, things like funerals, possibly weddings. I've seen people wear their Class A's at weddings, big department official events. Now, those are meant to essentially hang in your closet and only come out for those events. Do not be the new firefighter that just got issued your new Class A's that wears them out to the bar drinking so that you're going to impress the girls or get a discount on your drinks or have people come up and thank you for your service. That person is really obnoxious, and that person gives everybody a bad name. Reserve your Class A's for professional events. Now, of course, if you are on your way to or from a professional event and you have to stop somewhere to get something or whatever, that's obviously something different. But what I'm talking about is the person that purposefully uses their Class A's as a tool to get attention when they go out. And certainly never, never, never wear your Class A's as a Halloween uniform. Again, that's a professional uniform, professional attire for professional events. The next one is, now that you've been on for a few months, don't feel as though you need to tell everybody your crazy war stories from the last 3 months. Remember, you're still a new firefighter, and you may have seen some pretty cool stuff, and all your friends, I promise you, are going to ask you, hey, do you have any cool stories recently? That's one thing. It's another thing to be the person that, now that they're a firefighter, can't talk about anything else other than what they did on their last shift. Don't be that person. That person's really hard to be around. That person's really obnoxious. Eventually, most new firefighters will grow out of that, but just for fair warning ahead of time, don't be that person. Nobody enjoys being around that. Next one. Now that you're excited that you've been hired as a career firefighter, your family will be excited too, your significant other will be excited, all your friends will be excited, and everybody's going to want to come take a tour of the station. Now, of course, when you're new, if it's your family member or your significant other, take them through, show them where you work, show them the trucks, things like that, but don't treat this like your new personal home. Don't traipse every one of your friends through the dorms. Don't have them constantly just hanging out at the fire station with you. This is a this is a government building, but this is also people's second homes. People don't appreciate having a bunch of strangers just constantly hanging around. Like I said, if you bring your family up to introduce them to your crew or your significant other, that's something totally different. And most crews will welcome that sort of family camaraderie feel. But constantly having people there, walking them around, introducing them to everybody, try and avoid that the best that you can. It will be off-putting to the older firefighters. And then finally, the last one, and this might actually be the most obnoxious one. Don't be the new firefighter that feels the need to constantly ask every restaurant, every service provider, every place that you buy something for the firefighter discount. Yes, a lot of places, a lot of vendors, restaurants, wherever, will offer discounts for public safety, in particular firefighters. And that's great. If that is offered to you, certainly take it. And I'm not even saying that you shouldn't always ask for it. For example, all the cell phone providers offer public safety discounts. If you can and you can save a few bucks on your phone bill, absolutely go for it. I'm talking about the guy or the girl that everywhere they go, they ask at every restaurant, they ask at every bar, they ask at every coffee shop. They're constantly seeking out that firefighter discount just to save a buck. That gives everybody a bad name. Nobody enjoys being around that person. It's kind of obnoxious. So whatever you do, try not to be firefighter discount person who's just constantly talking about that and asking about that. And in that same vein, I get that you're excited and I get that you're proud to work for your new fire department, and you absolutely should be. But add some other clothes to your wardrobe. You shouldn't constantly be wearing your duty clothes off duty. Those are meant for while you're working, and wear your normal clothes while you're off working. I have seen firefighters that do that as a tool to get thank you for your services or to try and get discounts. Obviously, I'm not saying you can never wear a fire shirt. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you know who I'm talking about, and if you're that person, you know who you are, who's constantly wearing fire stuff everywhere to try and get somebody's attention. So as always, I hope you found that useful. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I do lives now on this channel, so make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, and you can jump on, ask me about firefighting, EMS, fitness, whatever it is that you're working on, and I will see you guys in the next video.